What's up, everybody? I'm over here putting chapstick on my lips and Julie's practicing the whoa.
I've been practicing for weeks, months, but
I got sun blisters while we're at the beach.
I figured it out. It's more of a jab.
Back to the whoa.
It's more of a jab versus I've really been studying it. I screen record people and I go in slow motion so I can see the moves.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Boom.
It's out.
What?
It's like the whole whoa is like out. Like,
I know, it's like almost like an elbow. Think of it like you're elbowing somebody. It's just like that. No one's ever explained to me like that.
All right.
Voices.
Anyway, moving on. We're back.
We're back. We're refreshed, we're ready, we're revived. And we're going to pick up Goose. Oh,
We're going to get
the best part of the day.
the goose.
He is so cute. I miss talking to him.
We missed him on our trip.
I miss him so much.
We're also getting some dinner. We're gonna grab some dinner to go.
He's gonna do.
You think it's salad?
I'm so excited. Yeah. We need the health vibes because, you know, well, we were pretty healthy when we were gone. We did lots of like, you know, a lot of fresh fish and salads, and actually like we were pretty good. But you know, we also ate a lot of fried fish and burgers and pizza. True. Mm.
So we had a good balance.
Yeah, we were balanced. That's how we live our life.
A lot of fresh fish, fried fish.
A lot of fish. A lot of
gumbo.
Actually inspired me to like cook a lot more seafood at home. But it's hard because you have to buy it the day of. I want to do blackened fish.
Some of my favorite food.
That was my favorite. That's what I ordered the whole time. Blackened fish.
I just love. I love seafood. I love shrimp.
Yep.
I love scallops.
You love a good shrimp.
Lobster, crab.
You love a good shrimp.
I love a good whitefish.
Yeah.
I love sole.
What's the deal with grouper? Why is that such a thing?
I don't know. Maybe it's.
Is it? Because I've never like bought that in the store. I always get like.
Maybe it's
something different.
Maybe it's like a bottom feeder or something.
Like tilapia? Oh gosh.
Maybe like tilapia.
Because I think maybe we could get on the grouper kick. You know, they're obviously onto something.
Yeah. Regardless, we should be eating non-farm raised fish. We should be eating fresh
100%.
Fresh ocean caught.
That's right. Sorry, I spilled makeup on my shirt. Alright, so we're gonna go get the dog.
Yep, just wanted to say hi, start the vlog out.
Yeah, we're just gonna get takeout, obviously,
because we're gonna grab some goose and some food.
Goose and some food. Oh, and we met a few of you when we were on our trip.
Yeah.
A lot of you guys were at the same beach we were, so we got to meet a lot of you.
It came out too nice. That was nice. We love meeting y'all.
I know.
We love meeting y'all randomly, unexpectedly.
Yeah.
You gotta kind of like see us in normal life. But then like a meetup is more like, oh, let's meet you, and it's like a
yeah, it's like better when it's just sporadic.
Yeah.
I know, I agree.
Totally.
Oh my gosh.
Just got here.
This is really exciting. Oh, curbside. We're here for you, the curbside pickup. How about for your?
Do any of y'all bite y'all's fingernails? I've like
not I
had this habit my whole life.
You have.
And I'll kick it for like a month and then start up again during a stressful time. In 2020, it's been stressful. Oh, okay. We should probably just say this on a video. We get questions all the time on Instagram and on YouTube if we have two dogs, one named Noah, one named Goose, because they're really confused.
Right.
Noah is the name of our dog. His nickname is Goose.
His real name is Noah Havens.
It evolved from Silly Goose. So we used to call him Silly Goose.
And then it just happened.
And then it evolved over time. Just in our different dog voices that we talk in and whatnot, it evolved to Goose. And it stuck. And I'm sure it also stuck because my nickname as a kid was Goose. My mom called me Goose my whole life.
It's kind of fitting.
Yeah.
Like father, like son.
But yeah, so his name is Noah, his nickname is Goose. For all of you that are new and are confused, that is the sitch.
That's him.
He's one dog.
Doggo. I'm hungry.
Oh, there he is.
Oh my gosh.
He's here.
Hi. Hello. Thank you so much. Have a great day. You too. Oh my gosh. I miss you so much.
Hey, buddy. Come here.
You're so cute. Did you get your nails trimmed? Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous.
You smell good. Goose.
I love you so much. Wow, you look gorgeous, I have to say. You look absolutely ravishing.
We watched you on the live feed.
Absolutely beautiful. I watched you the whole time. The whole time, Goose. And I didn't see you playing with no bodies. Just caught them.
Hey, bud.
This is great.
Want to say hello? Want to say hello to everybody?
I want to say hi, dude. You missed the vlog family. Oh, he's scared of me.
Okay.
Your nails look gorgeous. They're all trimmed and knobbed.
How was your vacation?
How was your vacation?
Ours was good. Thanks for asking.
You're looking fit. Fit and muscular and beautiful. Vacation did you well.
It's funny because he probably plays the whole time we're gone.
I know.
But then the moment you watch the feed from the video, he's just like chilling there.
Exactly.
Okay, now what do you think? You think Chipotle?
Yeah, what do you think? Chipotle or
The chop salad, Goose.
What are you in the mood for? We're gonna get some dinner. You can come with us.
Literally like a minute and a half later. What a joke.
You're my best friend. I love you. He is so excited. He's quivering.
Your ear's tucked back.
Your ear's tucked back, but I'm not gonna tell you.
Alright, what do you want?
The normal bowl with the chips and guacamole. Back. Thank you. Yum. And ordered some salads to go. So maybe we just eat in here and then we wait for the salads.
I love all the places that have the hand sanitizers on the way out.
I know.
It's like then you feel like
always rip the top off the bag. Oh, we'll tell you our Chipotle order in case you're new. It's so good. It's white rice.
It's nothing original. White rice, pinto beans.
Yeah.
Chicken, the spicy salsa.
Yep.
Splash of sour cream.
Uh-huh.
Cheese.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Shake it up.
Salad, chips, and guac.
Salad, chips, and guac. And
You're gonna dip it.
You can always add, subtract things from it.
Great decision.
All right, we're gonna enjoy our food.
Mmm. Mmm.
It's so good.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Hunter and I went home and changed real quick, and I am on my way to get my hair done. So, gotta get these extensions moved up because they are super grown out. They're also kind of trashed from the beach, like the color totally washed out and faded out, like all of my toner. So I think I'm actually gonna switch it up today and go back to, I was looking at old pictures of me in college and stuff, and my hair was like more of my natural color, which is like a light brown. And I was like, you know what, that just suits me best. And I think every time I go more towards brown, I actually feel better. I like a little blonde, like kind of poking through, but I like to be like a honey browny blonde color. So I think I might go just a little more brown today, and I might cut some length off. So we'll see. I will see what happens. All right, I don't know if you can hear me, but we're gonna cut. So my extensions are out. They are blow drying them there. We went a little bit more brown. We just toned it, and we're gonna take about that much off, I think. So very excited. Alrighty, hair is done. Sorry, my shirt's coming out. So we cut some length off. Feels so good, and went obviously more brown and like blonde. This is like the color I like to have my hair most of the time. A little bit more on the brown side, like as close to my natural really as possible. but it tends to fade because I have a lot of bleach underneath. It like gets really light over time, so we basically like tone it to this color every time I'm there, and then it starts to like lighten up. So we're working on it. I don't know what happened the other day. I was like, maybe I will cut a couple of inches off and see how I like it, and then if I want to get longer extensions next time, I can just go back to long. So this was like kind of the length of my natural hair, and I was like, it'll just be nice to just have it a little bit shorter. It'll be really easy for like buns, because I put my hair in a bun so much, as you guys know, and I just thought it would look like kind of fresh and cute and chic. So I just ordered some Thai food to go, which I am so excited about. I wish we had better Thai food near us, because I should look into some Thai places actually. But so I'm gonna go pick that up, and then I am off to find an anniversary present for Hunter for tomorrow, because it's our 5-year anniversary, and I don't have anything for him yet. I have some plans of what I'm gonna get him. I don't know, you know, boys, they're so hard because they don't necessarily like, you could just get like a girl. I'm like, you can literally, I'm so easy. You can get me a bouquet of flowers, like a designer bag, or a piece of jewelry, and like, I'm gonna be the happiest girl in the world. And for guys, it's like, what do you get them? You can't get them a bag. You can't get them like, I've already gotten Hunter jewelry like every year. So I'm kind of at a loss, but I have a couple things in mind that I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna get my Thai food and I'll be back. Okay, you guys, wow, the anniversary shopping could not be going better. I am just like, I'm on fire right now. I have the most exciting story. So Hunter is obsessed with this one bourbon called Booker's Bourbon. It's like a craft, very small batch bourbon that they only come out with a limited amount of bottles every batch, and it's so hard to find. We haven't been able to find it for like 2 years, because everywhere you go it's always sold out. It's like very limited, right? So I've been calling around everywhere. They won't ship to Texas, so I can't order it online. I've tried to get it, like I try to get it for Christmas, birthday, everything. I can never find it. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try and call around a couple places since I'm down here in Dallas getting my hair done, to see if I can find it, because they probably have like, you know, some more craft liquor stores. So I go into this liquor store and I'm like, hey, do you guys have Booker's? And this the kind of younger guy that was behind the counter came out and he goes, no, I don't have any Booker's, but I have the other 2 brands that company makes, like their whiskeys. And I was like, oh, I didn't even know that company made other whiskeys. So I was like, well, I guess I'll settle for that and I'll just get those. So I was like, cool, then I'll just be Hunter could try the other brands, the other whiskeys that brand makes, and maybe he'll like them. And I go, oh, well, darn, it's so hard to find Booker's. It's my anniversary tomorrow, and I was really hoping I could find it. And he goes, well, wait. And he goes behind the counter, and he has a Booker's behind the counter. And I was like, oh my God. And he goes, well, the rule is if you buy, you know, Booker's, you gotta buy a bottle of scotch. And I'm like, okay, I know you're just trying to sell me, but I was like, shit, I'll take it. I'll spend whatever you want because I need that Booker's, and I'll buy whatever you want me to buy. So he also got me a bottle of scotch, which, ladies, could you not see Hunter as a scotch drinker? I totally could. I'm like, you know, he doesn't drink scotch, but I definitely see him drinking scotch. He would be such a scotch guy. Can you just imagine him with his like stupid cup with the scotch, you know? Like, it's so Hunter. So I'm like, sure. So now I'm like, oh my God, perfect. I'm gonna go to Home Goods and get like a little basket. And now I'm gonna make like a little liquor basket and put all of the liquors in there, and then we can do like a little whiskey bourbon tasting for our anniversary. Oh my, and the Booker's, I mean, I'm gonna be like wife of the year. I'm so excited. Okay, and then I also got a bunch of other stuff, because before I found the Booker's, I didn't know if I was gonna be able to find it. I got some other gifts for him to make like a little gift basket. I got a bunch of like, I got something at Yeti, I got him a piece of jewelry, some t-shirts, and I was gonna make like a little guy's like basket. And it was gonna be really cute, and just, I was gonna put the Booker's in it. I got him some chocolate covered almonds, some pecans, because that's what he really likes. Anyways, I'm gonna build this basket. So now I'm gonna have like so many baskets, and it's gonna be so good. All right, I'm home and Hunter's in the shower. We're gonna go pick up some dinner to go, but I just finished putting together the little birthday anniversary basket. It looks so cute. Well, I'm not almost done, but not all the way. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through what's in here. I kind of wrapped everything. I ended up finding the basket at Cost Plus. And everything in here, there's no junk. I hate junky gifts, so everything has a purpose. I hate crap, just random stuff. So found the whiskey, which is, oh gosh. I just heard a door. I don't want him to see. This is the like all-star gift. Are you in the kitchen? Huh? Are you in the kitchen?
No, I'm just coming back to the front door.
Okay, don't come in here.
We're going to our bathroom.
Okay. Okay, don't come in here. What? Yeah, just don't come in here. How much longer? Okay, bye. So, we've got, this is filled with a bunch of chapsticks because Hunter is like a chapstick fiend. I don't think that's probably something you haven't picked up on the vlogs. And he's always stealing my chapsticks. So I got him like basically like 8 chapsticks in here so that he doesn't run out. And some toothpicks because he loves toothpicks. Okay, dark chocolate covered almonds. He is an almond freak. He loves nuts just in general. And there's also pecans in here. These are his favorite cookies from Trader Joe's. The crispy, crunchy chocolate chip cookies. And I also got this candle from Stag Provisions. So I went to Stag Provisions. It's a men's boutique in Dallas and they have really, really cool stuff. So I got him this kind of like really cool black, smells like tobacco kind of candle. It's very guyish. I thought for his new office, it'd be cute for his desk because he needs more stuff in there. I also got him a shirt there, which is wrapped in this tissue. You guys will see that when he opens it. And this Yeti bottle, which he already has a Yeti Rambler, but I mean not Rambler, the ones that we drink water out of, but he's always taking things to go and like cocktails to go or like on walks or to go fishing. So I wanted to get him one that has like a handle and it closes, and he loves green, so I thought that would be really cute. It also got a special cap that goes with it, and I'll show that to you. This really cool black leather book on like interiors. He loves architecture and stuff, and it's black leather, so I thought that was really cool. Some more teas that I wrapped in a little gift box. And then I also got him back here is a bar mat. So when he makes cocktails on the counter, you can have like a little bar mat because it's always like all over the place. And some bar towels, a little pack of whiskey stones because he doesn't have any of those. And the pecans are down there, but I'm just kind of using them to like level everything up. Excited about it. I think it looks really cute. And then to top it off, I wanted to like put a bow around it or something. So Hunter is really into Native American culture. It's like his favorite culture. He's so fascinated by it. He loves reading about it, studying it. So I just went to the craft store and I got a bunch of little like beads and things, and I'm basically just gonna make like a random bow that I just kind of have envisioned in my mind and kind of put it on the front with like some feathers. I think it's gonna look really cute, so put that together really fast. Like a gift topper, and I need to fix the ribbons. I'm gonna cut them shorter, and then I'm gonna put this right here, and it'll be like a little bow, if that makes sense. But I think it'll look really cute. We gotta go to dinner, but I'll finish it later.
Good morning, everybody. Noah and I are Noah, back here, back here. I thought that seatbelt thing was me, but it was Noah. His thing was going off. All right, good morning. It is Saturday morning. It's 7 a.m. And there's my beautiful alarm going off. Okay. So, it is Saturday morning, pretty early. It's the day of our anniversary. I'm sure y'all saw Julia driving around yesterday after her hair appointment, looking for gifts and whatnot. She kind of went overboard this year. I think she did. But I am driving over to our property real quick. She's still asleep. She was having a lot of like period cramps last night. She's just trying to catch up on sleep now. So I wanted to let her sleep in. I kind of like snuck out and took Noah with me. We're going over to the property real quick to check on it because the guy did a lot yesterday. The crew that we hired. He's awesome, by the way. Anyway, gonna go check on it. My dad's meeting me over there because he wants to see it before his work day starts. He works on Saturdays down at his shop in downtown McKinney. The guy's gonna be over there as well, so we're gonna like catch up, see what he's gonna do today. And then I am going to pick up Julia some flowers and kind of get ready for the day for our anniversary. I have dinner reservations for tonight at a nice place in Dallas. The place I was trying to get reservations at, they were booked until Thursday, so I went ahead and booked it for next Thursday. It's a place I really want. They have like a tasting menu. I'm really excited for that. So we're gonna do that on Thursday, but tonight I booked my number 2 place, my number 2 spot. We haven't had either one of these places, so it'll be a new experience for the both of us, which will be good. I've been contemplating on 3 different items for Julia for her anniversary. One is a sibling for this guy. I thought about getting her a puppy, but I don't think that's responsible right now with like our desire to travel after COVID and like go to Europe and stuff. Number 2 was a purse, which I think is what I'm gonna land on. Let her like pick it out, I guess. I might just write a check and in the price box just write purse so she can get what she wants. And then number 3 was actually trading in this guy for a new car because we need one. We've been talking about it for a long time, and this is actually her car. I just drive it a lot because I sold my truck and we shared this car for a long time, and then I got Olivier, my Defender, and it's not like an everyday driver, so when we go out places together, we usually drive this. So whatever car I get her at some point will be kind of our car together. So I want to get like an upgrade from this. We've had this for now 5 or 6 years. It only has close to 70,000 miles on it. But I think it's time for a new car. We both think that we're gonna wait until like Christmas this year. But I know she's been wanting a new car. I've really been wanting a new car, like for her. Then I'll get a drive. We'll see. But anyway, it's our anniversary, 5 years. A good ass 5 years. What are my thoughts on the first 5 years of marriage? It gets better and better year after year. I think the first 2 were the hardest. Even though like we were together for 4 or 5 before that. Because like we lived together. We had kind of lived together in college before we got married. Not really, we both had our own places, but we'd like stay at each other's places and stuff a lot. And then we got married and I moved into our apartment, and that was like truly our first time to be like living together and having our own place together. And I think the reason it was hard the first couple years is because, one, we were pretty young. She was 23 and I was 24 when we got married. And I think that getting married young is awesome. Like, we love it. We wouldn't trade it for the world. But what you attach to that, sorry, battery went out. I was just saying that getting married young, the things you attach to that is like you're still figuring your life out a little bit. You're still figuring out who you are, what your passions are, what career path you're gonna take. Maybe like your spirituality, if you're a spiritual person, stuff like that. So we didn't have like necessarily disagreements, but you're just so kind of like in a way stressed out, or your mind is focused on other things like career and your job and how you're gonna like make ends meet, like afford your apartment. And we were living kind of like paycheck to paycheck at that point. This was, I guess, 5 years ago. We would still make purchases that were kind of like stupid. I think, looking back, I think they're stupid. Like we'd go to Lululemon or something and get like some clothes or get some like Nike shoes for workouts and stuff. And it was one of those things where like it was like a fraction of our like savings. Like we would spend our money and then almost like kind of like feel guilty about spending. I mean, just stuff like that. Like you learn, you make it work. And the best thing we did was kind of like get married and just like instantly we're on our own. Like, morning, Joe. How are you? I just want to make sure I'm on the same page as you and I'm not getting anything confused. So I'll speak to you when I get there. All right, sounds good. That was Joe who's clearing the property. It's a one-man band. Anyways, we can continue this conversation later. I want to like have a whole conversation about this with Julia. Maybe we'll do a spritz and chips on it. About being married young. I think it's a good like discussion to have collectively. But just my thoughts are like, it gets better year after year. The first couple years were for sure the hardest because you're figuring things out. But I think everyone kind of says that. You're still in your honeymoon stage. Like they're like the best years. Like the only reason you're able to recognize that they're the hardest years is because the other years are so much better. Like a lot of people say the first years are hard. I don't think we really recognized it during the first years because we still thought they were great. Like we thought this was like what marriage was supposed to be and we loved it and we're having fun. But you're just like hustling and grinding, and I think the work and career stress is like what kind of gets in the way a little bit. But you just kind of don't recognize it at the time. You just kind of go with the punches. God, this road is so bumpy. Gosh. Fix that. I was watching our wedding video the other day and some behind the scenes clips. Julie doesn't know I found the raw footage, but I was watching some of the raw footage where you can see stuff that wasn't included in our wedding video. And one of the lines that I didn't remember until I watched this clip was that our pastor said, behind every great man is a great woman. And it's like 100% spot on. Like I am not who I am without Julia. I don't think she would be who she is without me, obviously. But just the way I view it, like 100%, I am a 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times better version of myself than I would be without Julia. So that's for sure one thing I've learned, but also appreciated about being married in general, but also about being married to someone like the woman I've got. So super thankful. And 5 seems long, but we've only just begun. We got a lot more time, God willing. We stay healthy and live old together, hopefully. We got a lot more time together. So, excited for the rest of our lives. Anyways, I'm gonna give y'all an update when we get to the property. Take you with me to get some flowers. Anyway, we'll see you in a little bit. Alright, so in one of Julia's videos, I think on her stories, she was talking about that big tree right there, about not wanting to cut it down. And I think a lot of people were confused, thinking that I wanted to cut it down and she didn't. But neither one of us want to cut it down. We're just working with our builder and our architect around plans on trying to keep it there. So we will most likely be building the house around it, and that'll be part of our backyard at some point. The trees we are cutting down are stuff like this. So every one of y'all that had messaged us saying like don't cut any trees, that's part of the ecosystem, we're cutting down trees that are like basically dead and going to fall. This one's just like the prettiest tree on the property, or one of them. Our prettiest trees are actually back in the woods. So all of this that Julia was showing on her stories the other day, that you can like walk through, it used to look like this, where you couldn't even like walk into it. So what he's doing is he's clearing out the lower area, like all the brush, all the grass, all the bushes. Any tree that's like 2 inches or smaller, he's clearing out. Like before we knew there were trees back here, and we had like a little trail that you could kind of see some of the trees, but you couldn't see how great they actually were. Some of these trees are just like huge, they're great. But yeah, I mean, we couldn't see what was on the ground here. I didn't even know there was like some hills and some depth back here. There was no way of knowing. What I was wanting to show you is, I don't know if y'all can see this tree. This tree is alive 100%. We're not gonna cut it down, but these are all just like huge long limbs that are broken off, hanging. It's just like dangerous, and so some of the trees that have gotten really bad like that, we will cut down if they're like close to dying. But like even stuff like this, we're keeping that. That's like character, and that's a bodark tree, which is like the hardiest wood. It's actually called bodark. I think it's like bow of the arc is what it stands for. It's what the Native Americans and indigenous people used to make their bow and arrows out of, the wooden bow. There's a lot of those trees on this property. It's the ones that drop those like green little horse apple fruits. But anyway, stuff like this, in my opinion, add a lot of character to the property. There's one over there. There's a couple like leaning trees over there. But some of these trees are just like beautiful. This tree here, so pretty. This one's so pretty. This one's ginormous. Yeah, some of these are just like awesome. And we're able to see before that we had some good trees on the property, but you just like never knew because you couldn't see back here. You could just see like the tops of the trees and you're like, oh, that's a cool tree. But like getting it close to it and seeing like, oh, it's a big tree, you know? I can't explain it. For context, that's probably my favorite tree. But some of these are also, I don't know. This one's great. This one's crazy. I mean, can't beat it. You just don't want to be under one of these trees when a limb falls over your curtains. Elon Musk says when someone dies, he says curtains, like close the curtains, they're dead. He just says curtains. I think it's kind of funny. One thing you can finally see is our property backs up to this creek, and you can never see it before. There was like one little trail that you could get back here to, but now that all this brush is cleared, come on Noah. We are backed up all the way to the creek. So there's the house. We showed all this plenty of times before. We're basically gonna make that structure our living room kitchen. Like an open concept like our current house. But once we took all the drywall off, there was so much rot in the studs that we were getting like quotes on reusing that piece of the house or cutting it down or tearing it down, and it was basically cheaper to tear it down and just start from scratch, because we're gonna have to work with like a lot of like architectural like engineers to add in beams and do all kinds of like crazy stuff just to make it work, which I was really hoping we could, and that was like my goal. So instead, we are keeping the garages and redoing the exterior of the garages. At least that's the plan for now, if we can make it work. But we're keeping the garages and redoing the exterior materials and the garage doors and whatnot on those garages. And maybe even changing the pitch of the garage, like the peak, and building the house off the garages. So, although we're gonna keep that tree, we're gonna have to get rid of that tree if we want to reuse the garage. It, like, branches fall off of it and land on the house and land on the garage all the time, and it's like really damaging. So we're gonna have to cut that tree down basically in order to save that tree, which I like that tree 10 times better than this one. There's plenty of these. This is another bodark. They're 1 in a million. And we're gonna be bringing in some other trees as well, like olive trees and whatnot on the property. So we're not gonna be destroying the ecosystem, don't worry. We're very cognizant of that and somewhat worried about that ourselves. So just know we're being careful. Not destroying the property itself. We're trying to keep the state of the property. So Julie showed you our little greenhouse. I'm gonna redo the greenhouse. We're gonna keep the, it's like a cow barn. I'm gonna redo that as well. Come here, buddy, get out of there. Come on. Come on, bud. Goose loves it here. So this part of the property is 2 acres, just about. And then from here back is 3 acres. So it's like, basically like 1, 2, and then 3 where the woods are. So he's clearing it, cleaning it up a little bit, and then clearing out the perimeter, just like he did over there. He's doing that, but to the perimeter, so we can put our fence in for privacy and whatnot. So also, there's a road that's gonna be coming next to our house a few years from now. And so our driveway will no longer be from that piece up there. Right now we pull in over there and drive all the way down. And we have to drive through an easement of someone else's property to get to the driveway. But now we'll be able to have our own driveway off of the road that's coming next to our property here in the next few years. So wanting to get as much development done and the house going and kind of complete, then the road comes through and we'll be able to have a new driveway, which will be key to the value of the property. Because you don't want to be landlocked. You don't want to be landlocked when you own a property. You don't want to like have to drive through an easement, because that person can always sell their property to like a gas station. Now you're driving through a gas station or something to get to your property. You want to own your own driveway and have access to a road directly from your property. And we kind of took a gamble with this 4 or 5 years ago when we bought it, and it's worked out where we're luckily having a kind of a main road coming through here. Not too busy of a road, but like a good road that we'll be able to have a new driveway put in. So excited about that. That was like a game changer. And that's why we've waited so long to build, is we're determining a lot of like factors around what's coming around us. I've been wanting to build and renovate this property for a long time, but I'm actually glad we waited, because our style has kind of changed over time. What we've wanted to do with this property has changed over time, but now we have a better sense. More than anything, we have a better sense of what's going on around us, and that's like such a key important factor in any like renovation or house remodel, is like what's happening around you. What are the neighbors doing? What are the developers that own lots and land around you doing? Are they wanting to put like a strip mall next to you? Are they putting a neighborhood? What type of neighborhood? You know, that kind of stuff. So it's very important when determining what you're going to do with your property. If you're wanting to live there, if you're renovating it to sell, like what happens to the resale value when, I don't know, like the gas station or strip mall example, like I mentioned earlier, what happens to the resale value when that stuff goes in, all that good stuff. So a lot of stuff to consider, a lot of money involved, a lot of time. While we're still determining some of that, like what's happening around us, we figured we'd go ahead and start like the development piece of like getting the land cleared, getting it ready. We're 99% moving forward with this property. There's like a 1% chance that we won't. And a lot of factors are involved with that. So I'm 100% on moving forward. Julia has like concerns and she stresses out about it, just like the logistics of it, but she doesn't mess with any of that, so she shouldn't stress. It's kind of on me. But a lot of like advice we've received about the property from different folks is maybe like sit on it and just sell it in like a year or two. That's not what I want to do. I'd rather like lose a little bit of money in pursuing the house project than trying to milk it for its worth. That's just the way I view it. I'm not trying to use this property to make a ton of money. Using it as like a blank slate, like empty canvas to, that's really how I see it. I see it as like a blank slate or like an empty canvas to build, to like express myself, like build something that represents like me and Julia and our family and like what we're doing in our life and what we like and what we find creative, and just like kind of go for it. We've had this property for 5 years. There's been times where it's been like a pain to manage and keep up, but I've kept it and I've wanted to keep it because of that fact alone. Anyways, I'm gonna quit rambling. This is our garage that's completely dirty. This is gonna be like the workshop, but right now I just have like a couple different power tools, saw, my mower, have some like firewood that we're letting dry out. We're gonna take the exterior off of this building, put new material, and then put up drywall where it'll look like a nice room. Kind of like AC it and whatnot. So should be a good little structure. Anyways, I gotta go get flowers. I'm hot as shit. And yeah, that's just a little update.